Okay, so hey everyone. This is a little awkward for me because I've never done one of these before, but after I've kind of always wanted to, and after reading an article by LSV on Channel Fireball, it inspired me to just go ahead and try out this Camtasia program for recording and record me doing a draft and send it to some friends and ask for feedback, uh, point out things I did wrong, so that maybe I can get a little better at this game. So um, I'm going to sign up for a Scars and Mirrodin block draft, and so once it fires, I'll get back with you guys. Alright, let's get going. So just an FYI sort of thing. I have never really drafted this format before, so I'm kind of going cold here. So Metamorph seems pretty good. It keeps us pretty open, and clone effects with lots and lots of targets seems pretty decent. There's Whip Flare, which is a Pyroclasm type of effect that's always solid. Vital Drake's pretty good, although it's kind of a heavy commitment to blue. So, and Force Worship's another decent piece of removal, although it doesn't stop them from blocking, so not first pick to me. I think I'm going to go with the Metamorph. It's keeps me pretty open, and it seems like a really solid guy. Can copy bombs or that are either mine or my opponent's, so we'll take the Metamorph. Okay, so Volt Charge, obviously really good card. There's also Phyrexian Ingester, which is a little weird. I think this card's pretty good. It's usually pretty huge and gets rid of, whatever really big guy they play, and so it seems really good. Deceiver Exarch seems okay, but not great. Parasitic Implant is okay piece of removal. So it really seems to come down to Volt Charge or Ingester. It's hard. I think I'm going to go with the Ingester. It's a rare. I'd like to try it out just for experimental purposes. It may not be correct, but it seems like it could be good, so I'm just going to take the Ingester, see how it goes. Okay. Obviously, Darksteel Relic is the pick here. Yes, I'm being sarcastic. So, Blind Zealot seems pretty good. Force Worship as well. Brutalizer Exarch's also pretty good. Get to go search for your bomb if you get one, and let's see, second half I don't remember very well. Okay, so you can get rid of problematic non-creature. I really like Blind Zealot, although sometimes it feels a little lackluster since there's lots of artifact creatures that can block it. But against the dinosaur stack, it's just the nuts. The problem I have is a pretty heavy commitment to black. I don't know. I think I'm going to take Forced Worship. It's a little less color heavy. And white is generally seems to be a little underdrafted, so go with the Force Worship in the hopes that maybe we'll get there with some good white cards. Looking at this pack, Spire Monitor is obviously ridiculously good. It's probably what we're going to take. Gitaxian Probe is okay. I'm not going to take it over to Spire Monitor, but it's not terrible to have in your deck. Blighted Agent is pretty good in the blue-black control and effect deck, but that's not what it looks like we're headed towards right now. The rest of these, Phyrexian Unlife is interesting, but probably not any good in draft. I'm not going to take it here over Spire Monitor, which is just a really good, solid card. Suture Priest is also up for consideration to go with our Force Worship, but Spire Monitor I think it's just better, and we're running out of time. So Whip Flare, I don't know how good that is. Seems like it'd be pretty good. It's kind of surprising 5th pick. I'd expect that to go a lot sooner. Chain Throat Seeker is okay, but again, doesn't look like we're in the Infect deck right now. There is a lot of Infect, which is something to keep in mind. But I don't think I'm really looking to move into that. I think I'm probably going to take Whip Flare. I mean, it's a Pyroclasm, and we're not really committed to whites, and blue-red's a perfectly good archetype to be in. Soul Eater is also good, though, and that sticks us with our Forced Worship. Yeah, I'll take the Soul Eater. I think that's probably staying on plan a little bit better. Looking at this one, there's Mycosynth Wellspring, which is pretty solid, I think, to help you fix and possibly splash, which happens a lot in my experience in this format. There's also Pristine Talisman. It's just a okay signet. You get a little life gain. It seemed, in the couple of sealeds I've played, it seemed like a solid card, not anything to write home about. Sickle Slicer is an okay Grey Ogre that doubles as an equipment when it dies. Phyrexian Hulk is another okay guy. I think out of this, I'll probably take the Wellspring just because fixing is kind of helpful in this format when you tend to splash a lot. Looking at this pack, nothing really exciting. Death Hood Cobra is probably the best card in the pack. I'm not sure I really want to take it. That's a pretty hefty green card, and it doesn't really look like we're going green. It really kind of looks like we're going with a blue-white with, you want the white for Soul Eater, and you got a Forced Worship already. I'm probably not too excited about any of this pick. I think I'm going to... I think I'll just take the Cobra. Not really probably going to play it. Of course, we get past another one. This is basically the exact same pack, except that there is Remember the Fallen, which is a pretty good card advantage spell. It's usually a sort of... it's usually a 2-for-1. In a pinch, it gets you back one of your best cards when you really need it. So probably going to take Remember the Fallen. Can get us back any number of sweet guys. So, and we're pretty good into white at this point, so let's go ahead and take it. Oh, Blind Zealot Wield. That is a little unusual. Exclusive Scorn is an okay shatter effect, but there's Divine Offering in the second pack. Probably not going to look to take Exclusive Scorn here. I think Blind Zealot right now is looking to be sort of problematic for us. So I'm just going to go take it, and if black ends up being really open, then that'll be really good for us in the future. Nothing too great here. Numbing Dose is a very expensive removal spell that is sort of conditional. Maybe taking that. Phyrexi's Core is also not out of the question with things like a Mycosynth Wellspring. I'm going to go ahead and take the Core. It's probably questionable there. But if we pick up like a Spine of Isha or something that's nuts next pack, this will be a great sack outlet. Here, you take a Hovermere for early blocker, I guess. These cards are pretty mediocre. I think I'm probably just going to take the Numbing Dose, cut blue. None of these are super exciting. Surge Node reset a Tumble Magnet or something, I guess. Doesn't look like we're too worried about artifact creatures blocking. Guess we'll just cut white too. Just take the Cobra. Yeah, those are probably both worse than a land, so I guess I'll take War Report. And take a Swamp. Okay, so this isn't too bad. We've got some card advantage, some removal. Psychosis Crawler, that's not the best. So out of this, Gore Vassal or Quicksilver Geyser or Serum Raker seem like decent cards out of here. Not happy. I don't have good luck opening bombs and Mirrodin besieged, even though supposedly it's filled with them. I think I'm leaning towards, well, we've got some solid, I'm going to hide this guy. We've got some solid late game here. So I'd probably went on either the Gore Vessel or the Serum Raker. I think I'm going to take the Gore Vessel. It's an uncommon. It takes out a small guy, and I'm likely to be able to at least grab 1 or 2 Serum Rakers in future packs. So take the Gore Vessel. And get past Spread the Sickness to go with our Blind Zealot. And a Burn the Impure. Yeah. Nothing really in blue or white for us, except Leon and the Sky Hunter is not really what I'm looking to get at. We're shaping up pretty clearly to be sort of a slower blue control. I like our white cards. Don't really want to move out of that, but in case the black keeps coming, and this Blind Zealot did come late, that could be an underrated thing since the format's new, but I think I'm going to take Spread the Sickness just to go with the Zealot in case we do get past the Nuts Black or open a Carnifex Demon or something. Go ahead and get past double Spread the Sickness and into the core. Apparently we should have been black-red. Kind of wishing I picked those 2 Whip Flares that we saw now. That would have been pretty disgusting. So probably just going to take another Spread the Sickness. I do love me Into the Core, but I think sticking with not going into red this late seems like a really bad idea. So I'm going to go ahead and take the spread. It's possible that we... geez, okay. Apparently black is open. Get past Go for the Throat. So... and another Burn the Impure. Wow. Okay. Not quite sure what's going on. That seems unusual, but not gonna look this Gift Horse in the mouth. Take Go for the Throat here. Try to stay a little bit on target. It's possible we may end up splashing some white thing. Could just end up playing the Blinding Soul Eater anyway and just eat the 2 when we really need to. Though I'm not really a big fan of that. Probably at least get 1 Plains, but getting ahead of myself here, just slam Go for the Throat and be happy with my tons of removal. So there's Nested Ghoul, which is a solid dude, and Ichor Wellspring to go with our Mycosynth Wellspring for Phyrexia's core plan. Oculus is an okay blocker. Phyrexian Rager is a solid guy. Don't really have a whole lot of ways to get value out of sacrificing artifacts, so probably not going to move into the Ichor Wellspring deck since I didn't pick up anything like a Spine. So it comes down to Rager versus Nested Ghoul. I think our late game looks okay enough with some of these guys. Right now I think I want the Rager to sort of fill in, because a lot of our early game is white, and if we end up being out of white because we're getting past all this black, then we'll need something to replace all these. Looking at this pack, there's Neurot Commando, not really all that great. Really everything here is pretty mediocre. Viridian Emissary is the most playable card, I think, but not really going to make the cut for us, so that's to try to get our person in our right into green, or the person in our left into green. I think, whatever. Breastsquire is okay. I think it's what I'm going to take in case I pick up a sweet equipment of some kind. More red, sweet. So out of this pack, I like Vivisection okay. I mean, we don't really have anything to get value out of it yet, like an Oculus or something.